Recently, I've just been realizing how important it is to be your authentic self. So, I'm recently meaning within the past year, entering a phase of my life where it seems as if all of my goals are being reached or within reach. Um, I feel the most peace that I've ever felt. I feel happier than I've ever felt. And I feel like my relationships are thriving. My confidence in myself is thriving. And I have gotten to a point where it just feels like my external world is reflecting how I feel inside. I mean, of course, I still have goals that I want to reach, but the goals that I had at the beginning of the year have become like base level, and now I have new goals that I'm looking up at. Um, and those goals down there used to be up here, you know? So, and they used to feel like they were out of touch. And the way that I've gotten to this point isn't by like working harder, it isn't by struggling and trying to take up every moment of my day and be productive and burn out and all of those things. It has been by being in alignment with myself. So, doing the things that are important to me, doing the things that I'm interested in instead of forcing myself to do things that I could care less about. I entered this phase saying that I was going to learn, improve my coding skills and improve, website design and learn how to build apps and like all these things. Yeah, those are shoulda, coulda, wouldas. They are not what really interests me. Of course, I'm interested a little bit in like IT because that's just what my life has been. But for the most part, I don't care about it. And this is not where I wanted to spend all of my time, even though that's what I said that I wanted to do. Um, but yeah, so I've taken the time to really get to know myself and understand my likes and my dislikes and what makes me happy inside and the things that make me uncomfortable, the things that burn me out and the things that bring me energy. And I've come to realize that those are the things that I am drawn to. And when I reach roadblocks, I continue on through them. So they create consistency within me. They bring me a good life. Like, I don't want to just like be forcing myself through something that I hate, because at the end of the day, that is your life. That process is your life, and I want to enjoy the process. And you can say all day, I'm deciding to enjoy the process, but if you don't fucking like it, you don't like it. And I'm done lying to myself. I'm done trying to force myself to believe certain things, and I'm done trying to force myself to feel certain ways that I don't really feel. I am listening from now on, listening to myself, because that is the way that I have gotten further in my life. Like, I would consider myself an accomplished person, and with all the things that I did accomplish in my life, I was never happy with those things. I got the most praise from them, but I was not happy with them. The most happy that I've been is in seasons where people are thinking that I'm, not doing anything with my life, but I just am quiet and doing what is aligned with me. Like, my family doesn't know about my YouTube channel. Like, nobody knows that I write. Like, nobody knows anything about me. They hardly know about my trading. I've shared a little bit, but I don't share much because I have gotten to a point where I just keep my stuff to myself, because when I am happy about things, it seems like that's when um, I attract the most fearful responses to it. And I understand, because going outside of the norm, the social norms, which is like, you know, going to a regular school, then going to college, then getting a job and working that job all the way until you retire. That's like, and you know, getting promoted, all, you know, working all these hours. That has been my life, and that's what I've gotten the most praise from. And the praise has come from friends, it's come from family, it's come from people at work. And that felt good for a time, but now it just felt like a dog being pat on the head. You know, like, that's not the life that I want. And that reminds me of this time that I was dating this guy, and he wanted me to be like a servant to him, and I'm just not that type of person. And when I would do nice things for him, he would like tell his family and stuff like that, because they wanted me to be his servant too. It was like a cultural difference. And when he would say that kind of stuff, like, oh, my family said that you're such a great girl because you do this and this and this and this, I said, well, now I'm not doing that shit anymore, okay? Because I'm not a dog to be pat on the head for doing the right thing, you know? Like, I'm done doing that shit now, because now, but that was just me being stubborn, but still, it wasn't the right situation for me. But anyway, back to my original point, is that, like, when you do things that are aligned with you, that's when it's almost like the universe just meets you halfway. So you take like an aligned step, and that step is more into your truest self, and then the universe just meets you right there. I've noticed that, like, when it comes to like saying like, oh, I don't think I have the funds for this, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna trust, take the step, the rest of the money just appears some type of way. Like, that has just happened so many times just in this current season of my life. And this season has just showed me that focusing on the things that light me up and creating a life that I want to live, instead of just riding on the train or getting blown left and right by the wind and just allowing life to happen to you, this is the path of least resistance. It seems like it would cause the most resistance, but it doesn't. It is the creation of a life that you want, instead of just living a life that's happening to you. And the other path is laid out, you know, the job, the, you know, career or whatever like that, going to college, all that's laid out, and there are steps to getting there, and, you know, but to me, that almost feels like selling my soul. Doing things that I don't give a damn about, working overtime on stuff that I don't care about, that's not doing anything for me in the future other than putting some money in my pocket. I'm not passionate about it. I don't love it. It doesn't make me happy, and I'm putting my whole life into it. No. That's where I find the most resistance. I would so much rather struggle to figure out my own way than to be praised for giving up my soul and giving up my entire life to things that I absolutely hate. And I will do anything in my power to remain aligned this is the way that I am able to get the things that I want, that I'm able to accomplish my goals, that I'm able to be happy and create the life that I want to live. This is the place where my relationships are thriving because I'm not like forcing myself into situations that I don't want to be in and then having a bad attitude or not feeling a person because I felt like I was forced into a situation. Like, no. Nowadays I speak up for the things that make me uncomfortable, for the things that I love, for the things that I don't love. I only do the things that I want to do, unless it's like totally necessary, you know, like with my kid or something like that. That's different. But yeah, outside of my family and my close people, even with that, I have like strong boundaries. I won't do certain things and I won't do things when I don't want to do them. Um, and there are exceptions in certain situations, but for the most part, that's how I live my life. And that's how I keep my cup filled. And the crazy part about that is like so many people don't understand that. So many people don't understand that, and they approach me with fear. So I'll say something like, um, I don't like to do the things that, you know, drain me. I don't like to do the things that drain me, or I don't like to I don't want to hang out with people all the time. I like to spend a lot of time on my own. Oh, and then here the lectures come, you know. Well, people are, you know, a very important part of, you know, human life. On your deathbed, you're gonna be wishing that you spent more time with people. Like, I'm the only one who knows what I want, you know? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and defend myself for people trying to tell me that I don't know what's best for myself and my season of life. I know what brings me peace. I know that solitude is something that is necessary for me to be happy and for my nervous system to be balanced and for me to have good relationships with the people that I do hang out with. And these are the types of things that people say when you are doing what's right for you. And it almost makes me feel like I don't want to share my life with people. And to a certain extent I don't. But when it's people closest to you, it's hard not to, you know, just talk about yourself a little bit or talk about what's going on a little bit. It's hard not to do that. And maybe I need to change up the people that, you know, are in my life to like a degree, but or just have, you know, just have certain conversations with certain people. But it's really hard sometimes when they're super close people to you and the fear is constantly bombarding you when you're just living your life. Like, that's a pet peeve of mine, one. And then it's also just like just a habit that it just really bothers me. It really bothers me, but I have to understand where they're coming from because I used to live in fear as well. I used to live in the shoulds. I should do this or I should do that. I used to do that as well. So I have to meet it with grace and understand where it's coming from because most people are living in fear at this point because we don't know what's to come. But what this season has taught me is that being in alignment with yourself, and of course keeping your body healthy and getting enough sleep and all those things help, but being in alignment with yourself is the thing that's going to make you the happiest. And and it's going to make you it's going to give you the life that you want to live. And being in the moment and not stressing over the future, or being anxious about the past or whatever, you know, just being in the current moment. Everything is okay. in this moment. I just want to state this as encouragement that what you love is there for a purpose, and the things that make you happy for a reason. Do something with that. Even if it's one little baby step at a time, that's better than nothing to creating the life that you want to live. A life that makes you happy, a life that reflects your inner thoughts and your inner feelings. You want that to be on the outside as well, not just on the inside, wishing one day it would happen. You actually have to get out and take the steps. And those steps are through alignment with yourself. I'm so passionate and so big on doing the things that are aligned, because they are the things that create the unique experience. They were uniquely placed inside of you to create the unique experience that you will have. And if you just decide to jump on somebody else's experience, or an experience that's been laid out for every individual, you're not ever gonna have the life, you won't even have a chance at the life that you want to live. So this is just encouragement to just trust yourself. Just trust yourself to make the things happen that you want to happen, and then go and take the steps to do it.